Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy Friday. Merry Christmas. It's Daryl here. I just walked in the door. I just got back from a Christmas lunch with some family members and some other family acquaintances. And I really need to talk to you guys. I need to talk to somebody. I'm back home here by myself for right now. I'll probably go meet my close family a little later for a little more Christmas dessert and coffee. But for right now, I need to talk to you guys. All right, I want to tell you about 100% truthful conversation that I just had in the last couple hours with not just Trump supporters, but people of that ilk, of that way of thinking, conservatives. This had more to do with COVID-19. And let me just tell you guys this. Okay, I'll start with this one older woman that I was talking to. All right. I mentioned stimulus checks and how I mentioned to you guys that unfortunately I had started within the last day or two, I kind of started to figure that $600 into my budget, which I'm kind of kicking myself for. And I brought this up. This lady says right away that it's Nancy Pelosi. Damn, Donald Trump wants to do the right thing. He's taken nothing but flack. You know, he's tried so hard to work for the American people. He didn't need this job. He could have stayed and just done his his billionaire gig, but no, he sacrificed his time, and look what the thanks he gets for this hard work, this concern for the American people. Hand to God, that's what I just heard. Okay? She says Nancy Pelosi threw this whole thing in the garbage. She's never wanted to give the American people this money. Donald Trump is holding out for that $2,000 because he cares about the American people. I started to bring up the point that this is a battle for power. It really has nothing to do with the stimulus check. This is a battle for power. This is Donald Trump playing a power game with the Republicans, keep control with Mitch McConnell, because he's angry with Mitch McConnell, and that's what this is all about, putting McConnell on the spot. McConnell's now on the spot. They turned down the stimulus. For some reason, though, it's all on Fox News that Nancy Pelosi is now trying to get the president to just sign off on $600, that she does not want to go up anymore, which isn't the story at all. I think Nancy Pelosi, they just want to get something to the American people this immediately. Anyway, so then the conversation went on. I talked about the incredible cast of criminals that Trump has pardoned. How many? 3 dozen? Just last night or the night before, he pardoned, 29? One of the most appalling is Kushner's father hiring woman of the night to, I forgot the whole sordid story. Even Chris Christie thinks this is disgusting. Good old Chris Christie. And the cast of characters is just, it's a who's who of the most notorious white-collar criminals, along with Blackwater, straight-out murderers. Just unbelievable. And I brought up the fact that all presidents do that. Obama did that. And I pointed out the fact that this is an especially heinous bunch of people. This bunch of people is all directly tied to Trump. They're all people that have provided something to him. This isn't the usual way. I mean, presidents, when they pardon, they might pardon a few people like that, but they look over a vast variety of people to pardon. With Trump, it was just people that did him a direct favor. It's just, think about this. Remember when Trump talked about emptying the swamp, right? 29 people the other night he pardoned. And was it in the middle of the night too? Yeah, he emptied the swamp. He emptied the jail cell. And he's the law. Let me get this straight. He's the law and order president, right? Like with Kushner's father, the lady of the night, the blackmail, the bribery, good God. So this woman goes on to talk about that Joe Biden's son, he's such a criminal. And I mentioned, these 29 people, this cast of criminals that doesn't even come close to anything that Hunter Biden did on his worst day. All right, so I can only take so much. I've given up arguing with these people. Now, this next conversation was the one that really blew my mind. It was a younger person, cousin, a girl. And I mentioned how California, how the hospitals are full. California's having a hard time with, all these COVID cases. And this girl told me that that's not true. That's just what they're telling us. It's all a lie. They're trying to scare us. She knows this because she's seen, chat rooms on Facebook and her Trump friends and everything. And this is a lie. I'm being lied to. This isn't true. The COVID thing is nowhere near like what they're saying. It's just trying to control us. Swear to God. And the way that this person told me this, I just sat there with my mouth open. I wasn't even able. What do you say to that? How do you even respond to that? The way this person said it was they were so sure of this that I was the fool. That I was the sucker, that this is all just a conspiracy, that California hospitals are not full. These people aren't dying. This isn't true at all. This is all an effort to get Donald Trump out of office. It's all a big deep state ploy. And she knows this because of the conservative chat rooms, Parler, Facebook. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't even respond. I just said, "Oh, well, thanks. Thank you for telling me." What do you say to this? What I discovered is these people do not watch any type of news programs, ABC News, NBC, CBS, any of that stuff, BBC, none of that. They get their news solely from Facebook, chat rooms, Parler, 8con, whatever that is. That's about it. They don't read newspapers. They don't read magazines. They don't read online news. They get their news solely from the people online that they associate with, which are other Trump supporters. And they believe this with all their heart. They're sure of this. The election was stolen. There's all sorts of conspiracies going on. I didn't even bother. I didn't. And it depressed me. That's why I'm making this video. It bothered me. Where do you even start with stuff like this? It goes deeper than just the fact that these people do not find enlightening themselves, seeking information is not part of their day. Like with me, like a lot of you guys, you watch the news, you read the newspapers, you get on your phone or whatever, and you'll look up news sources. I do this every day to know what's going on in the world. Al Jazeera, BBC, these news stations from India, from all over the world. I want to know what's going on across the world every day. I need to know. These people do not. These people do not. They do not find news important. With them, it's more of a social interaction with other people, like-minded people. Maybe you might call it an echo chamber. Something like that. Now, when that's what you're dealing with, how do you deal with that? Because it's just going to be one thing after the next. If I show them that they're wrong, that California, that the COVID thing is real, California hospitals are full, sure, that's probably going to, it might make them rethink that one story, but the next story they're going to do the same thing because they have no interest in knowledge, in curiosity, in what's really going on in the world. With them, it's just a little, they get together and it's a pessimistic little group chat where they all talk about how this world sucks and these people are trying to get over us on us over here, and these damn people over here, and these foreigners and these Democrats, and they're all trying, and they just kind of chat back and forth, text back and forth, this boom, 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 little short snippets like that. And that's their news. That's where they get their information. How do you deal with that? How do you change that? When somebody is not interested in increasing their intelligence and in increasing their awareness, how do you go about? I don't know. And along with that comes discrimination, comes prejudice, racism. It's all about blaming everybody else. And then these people seem to huddle in these little groups, on these chat rooms, these Facebook Parlor, and they huddle in these little angry groups. And it's all these people, and they just shoot the blame out. And then they believe anything that fits that criteria for people making life hard for them, for people taking what's supposed to be rightly theirs. People that don't look or sound or dress or love or worship like them are the guilty ones that are making their lives miserable. It's scary. It really is, because there's millions of these people. And you could show them the light in one story like this COVID thing, but then there's just going to be another story, another thing after that, and after that, and after that. They still think Donald Trump is the law and order president. He loves Americans. He hugs that flag. He gave up that beautiful life for us. He's the greatest man ever. And nothing's going to change that. It's scary, man. It's truly, when we say it's a cult, that's no joke. That's no joke, man. It's a cult in the truest sense of the word. And I just witnessed it. I'm freaked. I'm freaked out by it. The conversations I had today, because it doesn't leave me much room for hope right now. And how do you deal with that? All right. You guys have a good Christmas. I'll be back later with another video.